the suppression of the use of marijuana and of the forces lurking behind it are the most important jobs this department is now engaged in. In 1930, the records on marijuana in the Washington office of the Narcotics Division scarcely filled a small folder like this. Today, they fill cabinets.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Coloradians and everyone that's smart enough to listen from the outside.
One of the most amazing plants we've ever discovered.
The pot party, the trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another week of Stoned Appetit with your host, as always. It's me, Kip, and I'm exhausted. It's the last week of June. It's a barn burner. All sorts of action going down, but I'm excited to be back in a very cool studio. To my left, I got CB. CB, how are you?
I'm doing great. Minus the fucking weather, because it's about as cool as this fucking draft. I'd like to just sum it up with it's all horseshit.
Dude, it is hot as Texas out here. It's real bad weather. We'll talk about the draft in a little bit. You actually stockpile third places and then just besmirch every draft.
I've got one victory.
Yeah, last July when it was the cookout draft. And maybe we do that next month so that you can get another trophy or something of that nature. But, I mean, you're a fucking loser. Just accept it. You're a loser.
Well, if you aren't first, you're last, so I guess me and Eve are both losers.
She won the last one hand over fist, and this one's not out yet, but at the same time, it's a doozy. But let's dive into it. Let's talk with old Queen Eve. Eve, how are you?
Okay.
Where do you think we went wrong on this draft?
I don't know. I think maybe the listeners just don't have taste. I don't know.
That's
taste? What taste?
I don't know why you and I are really close, right, on the draft. Mm-hmm. That's what, like, when it's so close, that's when I question it more.
Well, we're going to talk about all that, but we would be remiss if we didn't give a shout out to our sponsors. Let's get this party started right. Make sure we pay our bills. No, we're going right back into the draft.
Classic bait and switch.
We're paying our bills, assholes. We're going to start off with our friends over at Pine Melon. Pine Melon not only served up an excellent delivery for me on Sunday. I did a little Asian boutique dining experience. It's too hot to turn on the ovens, so I'm just using exclusive grills, which means I'm grilling all sorts of meats. Hell, I'm grilling veggies and everything in between. And the best part about it is you can continue to shop and support local businesses, purveyors of meat, all of the farms that we've been talking about recently, and 200 plus others just by using Pine Melon. You could be listening to this on your way to work and be like, fuck, I don't have dinner plans for tonight. Fire in a Pine Melon, order yourself a little Casa Krobu lasagna. You can throw that puppy in 90 minutes after you get home. That thing is ready to feed a family. No matter what kind of groceries you are looking for. You're a Sprouts person. They have better quality cuts of meat, cleaner, fresher produce, all from inside our own backyard. Or if you're just looking for the bare necessities, you need salt, pepper, some chicken stock. It doesn't matter if you need rice or pineapples or cherries. They've got everything and anything. You can use promo code STONED the first time you use Pine Melon, and you'll get $60 in free groceries. You can't beat that with a stick, can you, Chris?
You sure cannot.
No, you cannot. And so give our friends it's pinemelon.com. You can find them peppered across our social media. We continue to use them. I haven't been in a grocery store in almost 6 weeks, and I'm not mad about it. I went to Walmart to go get those 10 by 10 tents. I regret it. Although there are a lot of people watching scenes over there, there's no reason anybody should be shopping at one of those mass box stores that just get large GMO harvested vegetables. It's just not a scene that we should be supporting.
But what if somebody's listening and they're like, I don't know if I live where they deliver. How can you figure that out?
That's the best part, Chris. Not only do they take care of the Denver metro area, but they actually have a Boulder fleet as well. So you can go in there, type your address in there first and just see if they apply. I mean, if you're down there in Castle Pines, you may be a little bit more of a precarious situation, but they service a large swath of the Denver metro area. Their warehouse is right off of I-25 and I-70, so they are right there at the corner of the corridor. You can't beat it with a stick. Woo. You know what else you can't beat with a stick? If you are looking for a little dining out experience, something after a quick soccer practice, maybe it's not your night to cook, just go see our friends at Bird Call. Just go see them. They're fucking awesome. They have locations strewn across the Front Range. They have them up in the foothills. They have them all over the metros in the south and the north of us. They're unbelievable in terms of just easy approachability, delicious. They're open on Sundays, and they partner with a different chef every single month to support a local foundation. Whether it's local to Colorado or there are 3 locations in Arizona or Texas, they're doing the Lord's work, or actually the community's work. And it's really cool to see what they're doing, and in the meantime, churning out dank eats. The Nashville hot fucking chicken tenders, they're easy, approachable, not overwhelmingly spicy or oily. You can't beat it with a stick. And for all month of June, they are doing their limited time offering sandwich is the Korean barbecue sandwich with a little bit of a kimchi slaw on it. You know, you've heard me jerk that gurk before. Fucking love that slaw. It's the only slaw I dig because it's got a little bit more of that funk instead of just mayo runneth over. It's a wonderful 1-2 punch.
You know, I didn't realize they also do salads. For those people who are like, you know, in that swimsuit weather, don't want to eat a big fried chicken sandwich, they got salads, and they do grilled chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I was wanting to go there, and obviously we were down at the Whole Foods this past weekend, and Steph was like, I can't do fried chicken right now, you know, but I was like, they have grilled chicken.
And I love that you brought up the salads too, because definitely swimsuit weather, but sometimes you just want some cool, refreshing, not heavy, so where you're needing that little siesta at 2 o'clock that I definitely look for after my lunch wine. The Mediterranean salad over there, it fucks. Like, it's just easy, it's delicious, it's fresh, herbaceous, lots of good, nice veggies. And if you want to go cleaner, leaner meats, you definitely can. And they have the meat-y with an I, fake meat, for our vegetarian and vegan friends. You'd have to skip the cheese for some of y'all, but at the same time, there's something for everyone over at the Bird Call. Give them a shout. There is no promo code there. You just get great deals every time, and you can use the app or just call in. They have that thing in the fucking window. You grab it. You don't have to talk to a soul. It's wonderful.
Tell us about those tots.
Yep. All right, so back to this draft. Are you calling me out for cheating?
I think Eve brought up a very good point.
What's that?
When
Eve,
it's
let's
so,
hear it.
What were you saying?
Well, I don't know. When it's so close, I'm almost more suspicious than when there's like a clear leader. Because I usually feel like there's one of us that does like a particularly good job. But when it's like really close, I'm like,
Okay, so
interesting.
Are we
That's
soliciting votes?
No, we're not soliciting votes. I have to deal with enough fucking random DMs about shitty food and where should I go this evening?
Are you enlisting bots?
Yeah, because that's how.
Or,
if you're
I don't know.
enlisting bots, I would have a much more dramatic lead. As we're recording this, I am up 5% on Eve, and Chris, you're down 5% from her. So 39, 30, or 38, 33, 29 is about where we sit right now. I mean, to be fair, I think Taken and
I think that helps.
Missed Outfire were just so
Yeah.
strong. Like, I could have had Andy Griffith in the 5th spot. Only Eve watches black and white TV. So if I had led with Missed Outfire...
And I didn't even like that pick.
Yeah,
See,
but
I
that was
get
the
what
one
you were
that
doing.
instantly thought, like, I
Yeah,
thought of
yeah,
for
yeah.
my dad and me, or my dad and I. But you put me in the 2 spot, Chris, and I came out there and I just raped.
You picked the order.
Yes, I did. And I went downhill after my 3rd pick. But at the same time, I wonder if some of the movie dads were judged not just on the movie that you identified them in, but in their whole catalog.
You think Liam Neeson has a deeper catalog than Will Smith, is what you're saying to me?
He does a lot of shitty action.
Well,
Yeah,
he does a
Love
lot of-
Actually, he was the fucking...
Oh,
was a
that
good-
would have been a good
I
dad.
know, right?
Another
shit.
stepdad scenario for him on that one.
God,
He was a good dad.
he was so good.
Damn it.
That is a good one. And I love that movie. I can't
see,
believe that's a glaring omission.
I know, it was bad. But see, had I put that in there...
I think
and,
you lost it on the back end.
I did lose it on the back end, but I wonder if
Your
Liam
depth wasn't
Neeson
there.
Taken would garner more than Liam
Oh, yeah.
Neeson...
Love Actually?
Yeah, supporting his kid, getting him to be a rock star.
That is a very good point. And seeing that in 2 different aspects, that's a really good swing vote that you should have thrown in there. Because while I love Mac McGruff from Juno, and I don't know Jimmy O, whatever his name is, I didn't watch Glee. You weren't actually you didn't have a dog in this race.
No, I know
I
this.
thought Eve had a great niche in targeting the Jack Sturgis from the 90s Disney, but not everybody watched How to How to Date My Daughter and 8 Simple Rules to Date My
Jesus.
Daughter. Sorry, I was getting them.
8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter.
That one was kind of like, it was semi-popular mid-2000s.
But still with Clark Griswold.
The Griswold was a good
I thought
one.
I kind of had it.
I thought you did too, especially with Hal from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, that too.
If you listen to the episode, I definitely thought Eve had it, which makes us being contentious for the final. But Chris calling for collusion, or if you think I'm out here fucking trying to solicit votes, come on. Like, I knew when I lost in the
He just
Mother's
tells his
Day
girlfriend,
draft.
Tell everyone in the office to vote for me, sweetie. And then
Yeah,
she goes
Chris
to
is
their
going
office.
around the museum being like, hey guys, I had a real shitty draft, but I
No,
need
but
some
he's too
help.
confident. He wouldn't do that. Chris would just be like, I won. I don't need to get votes.
You didn't think you left here winning, did you?
No.
Okay, then sit down.
I don't know. I just don't think Chris would do that. You would do that.
Look, since we've gone to first off, I did not solicit one vote. If I did, y'all send it. Docs Eve.
No.
Eve at stoned-appetite.com. Send her an email if I sent you a text asking you to vote for me. Get the fuck out of here. It's the dumbest thing ever.
Okay, well, I don't know. You're social media savvy. You have the account. You could fudge the percentage numbers. There's probably some manual entry stuff you can do.
Okay, to be fair, though, I think Kip would be too lazy to do that.
Yeah.
Go into the code and
be like, hey guys,
oh my God, I can totally
Photoshop.
see Kip getting super high in the morning and like sitting on the couch and spending like 30 minutes trying to do that. Yeah.
I don't either.
He probably doesn't.
And
but
having to work in social media, it makes you you do like bursts, and it's like, all right, I'm fucking done with this. And
you caught this on a burst.
Social media is now
Monday.
It's not as fun as it once was when it was just a hobby where we were just dicking around. It's like, I got to go do online stuff. So no, I definitely didn't pander. We have gone to anonymous voting because I do feel that y'all are probably right. Like, I was beating the shit out of y'all because it was my page.
Let's not
during
go
those.
beating the shit out of us. Let's not go there.
I think I tore y'all apart in the autumn, winter months.
Okay, we're beating a dead horse here.
Okay, well then we can go into let's go into the
social
weekend.
media. Speaking of that, which you were popping off this weekend down in Rino.
Yeah, let's talk a little weekend recap. Did either of y'all do anything fun, or was it a Kip show?
I did a few fun things.
Ooh, give us about it.
Friday afternoon, I went out and checked out a new food truck.
Ooh, tell us.
It's Greek food, offering really good euros. The guys from Chicago. So they're fucking massive. It's called the Grecian Express.
Okay.
But anyways, did that, relax at home, and then Saturday went out and checked out the Highland Street Fair.
Tell me about it. First of the year?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is just something they do annually. And, like, they have music out there kind of at the end of, blocking off the streets at the end. It's a lot of artists, a lot of those, like, small little trinket things out there. They had like probably 6 or 7 food trucks lined up throughout. But I mean, dude, like, unless you're having an event over grass or something like this at this point in the game, and when you're in a parking lot and you're doing an event from 10 to 7, I mean, it gets too fucking hot. And then I don't understand why people bring their dogs out to those, like,
give a PSA.
I mean, PSA and just like
stop bringing your dog outside to to farmers markets and things after 9 a.m. The cement actually gets so much hotter than the air outside. So if you were to use like a gun you use in a kitchen with the laser, you could gun that cement. It's 110. It'll burn their paws.
Yeah.
And then you're dragging them through lines and walking through and weaving. Like, I get it. Walk your fucking dog around the park and then go to farmers markets or go to the street fairs or things of that nature. It drives me crazy because I feel for the dog.
Or, and next time you're walking your dog at one of those, take your fucking sandals off and stand there on the sidewalk and see if your feet don't fucking hurt.
There we go. Empathize.
But also, and let's just be kind. Like, I get it. Like, people love taking their dogs out to the farmers markets. But it's just really, like, there's no need for it. Just walk your dog somewhere else. Sorry if people disagree.
And then go to farmers market.
Because, like, it's just a nightmare navigating through people as it is. But then you have dogs, like, connecting with, I don't know.
I feel for the dogs. I don't give a fuck about people. Like, I don't mind stepping over the leash. I don't, like, actively, like, look for the dog.
Right.
So occasionally you get tripped up. But, like, I feel for their paws, and then it's like hot, and it's not like they have sweat glands, so then they're panting, and it's like there's water and like bars, the like refuge,
Right.
but it's like I feel for the dog.
But yeah, so did Highlands thing for like 12 minutes, and then it was just too hot.
Do they do it once a month, or how often
No,
does it
this
go?
is just like the Highland Street Fair. It's just like an annual thing. It's just like a one-time event.
Well, fuck me.
I mean, I went to their farmers market every Sunday.
Yeah, I knew that was
Yeah.
going on.
And then they finally got that fucking construction done on 25th, or right there going through Edgewater.
Okay. Oh,
So-
yeah, right in front of Joyride.
Yeah, so I guess like this weekend, like Joyride looks nice. They've got a whole new like kind of patio set up. But this coming weekend, they're having like a big block party over there on Saturday to celebrate like the block opening back up.
I love it. And they usually do something throughout the summer where they have like
Yeah.
venues set up, like band stages and things of that nature. Another location, not to bring your dog, but it's a great time between that and Providence. And now our friends from Local 46 are now in Edgewater Inn. And you can kind of work your way all the way up to your favorite Fraise.
And I got to say that backyard that they're building has got to be opening anytime now.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed on that. But I mean, I'm excited. That's a good weekend find for us this weekend. You know, like you could walk your dog around Sloan's and then meander over across the street. Sloan's is starting to really kind of find, Edgewater especially, is starting to kind of find their groove over there between the public market as well as that strip of kind of like locality. And then with Lawn opening up Gusto and Show Lawn over there next to the patio and Odell's. Like it's a fun scene to be out there Fridays, Saturdays, and even Sundays. If you're competing with City Park Jazz, it's not a bad scene.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of City Park Jazz, fuck, I would have loved to have gone, but
it's way too fucking
It's too hot.
It's too hot. And they started at 5 where it's just like the peak of our hour. And I get it. Like, you know, there's kids and all of these aspects that go like Mondays. It's a school night, all that jazz. But starting at 5 and be like, hey, come out at 3:30 and sweat your tail off and then do it just doesn't tickle my pickle like it once did. Eve, what'd you do this weekend?
Nothing really.
Think about the mistakes you made in the draft.
No, because I was like, oh, I think I'm okay.
I thought she had it too this morning, to be honest.
So I didn't worry about it.
All right, so it's my turn. Here we go. Went and ate at Jan Wonton and Boychek on Thursday just to get some patio vibes, kind of shake off the funk from Aspen. I kind of was like, okay, I need a glass of wine. I'm no longer like tired, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that changed. So Jan Wonton has a couple different menu items you need to fucking check out, especially our vegetarian community. They have a Mapo tofu sandwich with like a crispy outside, sat on a fucking buttery bun. Delightful. But they also have this spicy peanut dumpling crisp. Oh. The sauce is it's actually like truly nutty and a little sweet on the front end, and obviously has that little savory umami flavor. And then at the back end, there's that heat from the chili oil that they use on their normal, you know, OG dumplings. It's a nice little like journey. Every bite, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, this will dance. I enjoy it thoroughly, and it's a perfect pairing to something that's truly spicy because it's not overwhelming. Cannot recommend it enough.
I'm gonna get there this week. I'll just leave work for lunch.
It takes 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're near Colorado Boulevard, go up to fucking Fairfield or Fairfax or whatever. You can get in and out of there. If you have a reservation, you can grab it and get out in like 20, 30 minutes if you want to. Eric Andre, the comedian who was performing this weekend, showed up right after me.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, showed up right after me. He probably follows the page, probably voted on the poll, but didn't give Chris his vote. But at the same time, I went straight from there to Boychik because I was craving like a fun wine to sit on a patio or open, you know, air environment. That's Scar of the Sea. I mean, they just slay it. They got a new vineyard, celebrate with a glass of Chardonnay and their whipped feta. That and the Golden Beet Tomb. It's just delightful, light. You were talking, you know, Mediterranean eats earlier, and it made me think of those things. Like, takes me right back. You don't even have to go super heavy, get a full meal. You could just eat the crudité with the dips and be heavenly. After that, Friday, I went and filmed at Lost Rock Farms. Chris, these are people we want to have beers with. We're gonna
Where
have.
is that?
It's just north. It's just outside of Boulder, kind of like the Broomfield Lafayette border, right there.
Okay.
They're at the farmers market on Saturdays in Louisville. But at the same time, you can find their products on Pine Melon, our friends over at Pine Melon.
We need to go to different farmers markets around the metro and just see which one really has the best mix of like
I'd blow a goat to have a Saturday morning free, just to be able to go to a farmer's car. Like, Jesus Christ, we've been working. Yeah, please do. Give us the full reviews. Because after doing Lost Rock, I hit up our friends Troy Bush, who we talked about with the Global Fire last week, coming off of the Aspen Food and Wine. I went to check out what will be his new digs. He is opening up a yakitori restaurant, which everybody knows that we both love meats on stick.
The best.
And in the back of the renovated building that he's doing it in is going to be like a listening bar with like comfy seats, like nice stereo equipment, and choice beverages for you to either enjoy before or after your meal, with a little kick-ass patio. And he's building it all out himself. Like, fuck hiring a construction team. He's just doing it himself. So he and his partner, Mike, they had a little happy hour Friday evening just to be like, hey, come goof off. And so I went and checked it out. It's going to be cool as fuck. Like, it's hip as shit. And it's a little bit more like boho chic and approachable in terms of people that are looking for quality food without it being like extravagant. And you can kind of walk in wearing flip-flops or shorts or whatever right off of Pearl Street. So I think you will really dig it. We'll go up there and see him because I know y'all hit it off as well. We need to go to another one of their little tasting parties.
How far, like, when will this place be kind of up and running? What's a guess?
Football season is the goal.
Football season.
Yeah, and I would say that if it was run by a general contractor and a construction group, that would be TBD, but these guys are working their tails off. And so I think that they'll have it ready for when these rich folks come in to watch Dion play and all that new money comes in with classes and students. I think their goal is to be open by school returning, and I think they'll make it.
Okay.
Saturday. Have you ever seen me sweating so bad?
Steph even said, like, Kip looked really hot. And she's like, not like good looking.
Not like that.
Not like that.
Never
They're
like
hot,
that.
like sweaty.
Yeah, temperature. Yes, very much so. So this weekend, our friend Stephen Wolf and Vinny from Explore Glass, but Stephen Wolf from Groovy Gravy, he's been a guest on the podcast. We talked about it. He hosted Rollin through Rino, which was a combination of 5 different events paired with the Pride events going on in Rino. And just like you said on that cement, it was a fucking bear. But man, was the turnout great. The food was awesome. The people were excellent. And the party was ongoing. It went well into the night. Shout out to fucking Wolf. Y'all threw an excellent fucking party.
I didn't realize, I saw it looked like they were having like a little skateboarding competition.
Yeah, that was from 5 to 9. Shout out to Blazy Susan and Weed Maps for helping put that on. It reminded me so much of what Rhino was pre-COVID, but like a smidge of like like all those big businesses coming in, like Burton and Patagonia and all this stuff. Because it was like all these little pop-up parties all over the street, people in the street selling clothes, knickknacks like you were talking about, people giving away free condoms. They tasted like bubble gum. It was so much fucking fun. It was so goddamn hot. I was down there for about 14 hours. We helped with Secret Stash, just moving, taking garbage out. Yeah. But we got to eat like to our heart's content. A lot of people have probably heard about it by now, but Workbench Dining, they do it's almost like speakeasy style eats. They were putting their name out there with some dank ass Wagyu, pork belly, chicken yakitori. Our friends AJ from Little Arthur's Hoagie and Dave Hadley from Samosa Shop churning out these Vindaloo birria tacos. Awesome.
How was that? Those
were just the eats for the people at the Secret Stash. That was before we even got into the food crawl itself. Oh. Shout out to our friends at What Chefs Want. That would be more of a shout out for those that are business owners. They provide circumstances, great circumstances and great products for chefs that are looking for high-end things, as well as one-off orders. What Chefs Wants works with a lot of restaurants in the area. And if you're listening to this as a chef and you're like, damn, we need this or that, maybe you need Wagyu, caviar, or a mushroom that wasn't delivered by your normal delivery system, that's why you holler at What Chefs Want. They were the sponsor of our food crawl. And we talked about it a little bit last week, but Chef Loca Carne, the new restaurant on the block in Rino and the former Il Posto, brought the fucking hammer. Ribeye skewers with a chimichurri sauce and what was like a Girl Scout cookie margarita frozen beverage, something of the nature. It was so goddamn good. And they brought home the trophy for sure.
Is it going to be a steakhouse, or what's the theme? Yes. What can people expect? Because it's opening soon, right?
Yeah, it opens this weekend. There's actually a grand opening party Saturday night. We have a birthday dinner, so we're not going to be able to make it. So we're going to send some folks on our behalf. Maybe we send Eve over there just to make her go out and hang out in the public and eat a ton of red meat. But this restaurant, it's going to be what I would consider as an approachable steakhouse. Like, we have a bunch of steakhouses oftentimes inside of hotels here in Denver. So they appeal to people that maybe are especially white collar or tailoring to people taking out clients. This location is going to be fun, approachable, lively, and it has a mid-century modern type style and vibe, both from the decor as well as like the vibe inside. And they have like a wine wall where you can pick your wines out and it won't break the bank. While they'll have nice ones, it's meant to be kind of like enjoyable, fun, not like, oh, we need to split a bottle of wine. Be like, oh, we can get a couple, because they're not overtly trying to like bleed you dry like some folks may do. And they're not going to sit here and pretend like Wagyu is God. It's going to remind you a little bit of the Argentinian style steakhouse, where red meats on red meats on red meats. And a lot of it is inspired from all of her travels and her how she was raised, and through her time working in the hospitality and restaurant scene across the country, or across the world, excuse me. So it's going to be fucking awesome, but shout out to our friends over at Carne. Shout out to all 6 of our vendors that participated. Working Class slaps per usual. Espresso martinis with a little sausage, can't beat it. Culture Meat and Cheese did like a deconstructed grilled cheese and tomato soup. That one got second place. It had a lot of fucking votes. It was well dressed, I guess, or plated. Our friends over at Vero, shout out to Fritzy, they did like a cheesy lasagna. It looked almost like a scone because it had been like torched on top, and like it just had layers on layers on layers. I thought it was like a fucking like nice biscuit at first. It looked really sexy. Obviously, we've talked about the Uncle Meat and 3. They had a little brisket with curry that was spicy and delicious. They were popping off at the block, and they still will be all summer long. And our friends over at Pit Fiend had a slider, which, you know, if bready, it gets a little crazy on you. If you've eaten a lot on that day, you may not be able to get it down, but we can't thank them enough for being participants. Their barbecue fucking slaps. That was my weekend. How'd I do, Eve?
You did a lot. You did
I did
well.
a lot.
Good for you.
Thank you, thank you. Well, that didn't stop there.
And you didn't get sunburned.
No,
I've kind of
got.
For you.
I'm doing okay. I dressed
Is
up.
somebody reminding you to apply sunscreen? Do you have a sunscreen buddy?
I do not have a sunscreen person, but at the same time, I'm trying to get outside.
Morgan's like, "Fuck you." Get sun cancer.
She's like, "No, I tell you, but you don't do it."
Well,
no,
your face
we're trying to get a little darker here, and so I didn't wear it on the farm or at the.
You can
street
still
fair.
get a tan with sunscreen. This is my PSA. Just saying.
Who are you? Eve. She's like, SPF 70 is okay. It's like cement. It's like you're going to walk out there like, fuck.
I'm a 50 or more girl, for sure.
You're tanner than I am.
Yeah, but I still wear sunscreen. And look, I'm still tan.
You don't even go outside, so I'm curious which tanning.
I lurk outside a little bit. I dart outside and then I come back in.
Do you walk the cats?
No.
You don't
I
have
think
leashes?
she
Do you have leashes and sets?
No,
for the
I
cats?
don't.
I think she frequents a tanning bed.
No.
You do?
There's a little park by me. I'll read outside or something.
Oh,
or I'll walk to the grocery store.
Do you take... Oh, you don't
I'm
take
excited
your
for
cats
book
with you?
reports. I'm excited for book reports. That's a new thing that we just created. Every fucking week, I'm sure she reads a book. How many books do you read a month?
Like 5 to 10. Depends.
That's 2 books you could report on every week. Did you like it? Like, treat it like how I treat
I don't know.
food.
I'm not
like,
convinced
would you fuck
people
it?
want it. I'm not convinced.
Yes,
I think people
do want it. Everybody loves book recommendations. How do you think like those...
That's how books work.
That's how Reese Witherspoon is just up there. Everybody buys her books. Think about when you get to have that pool.
Wait, Reese Witherspoon's a writer? Or you mean her recommendations?
Her book list.
Oh.
You know why she buys all those books, though? Or she recommends those? Because then she buys the rights to the book, so then she can produce a movie on it. That's why she does it.
Smart businesswoman. What can
It
you say?
is, but then she sold her
She
production
probably
company.
read about that business plan in a book. Eve, look, there's only one of us here that reads regularly,
I'm just saying.
so I'm going to need you to be...
Wear sunscreen. That's just my PSA, Kip.
Give us fucking book
Please.
reports. I also went by Cart Driver for late night Lohi.
Yeah.
Or no, late night dinner and Rhino. We need the Lohi location to open
So
back up.
bad, man. I cannot tell you how many times I'm thinking, like, I'd like to go even sit outside because they have the misters. I remember last summer, but just sit outside on that little patio right there, maybe grab a bottle of wine and
They have a good natural wine scene too.
and it's a good vibe. Like, you know, other than that, most pizza places, like, you have to order and pick up because you don't, like...
It feels kind of Euro concept with all like the exposed wood, vaulted ceilings, like nice like French doors
The
that open
oven
up.
right there.
It's open kitchen concept. I hope that they don't take too much of that integrity away from the inside.
And their butters.
Oh yeah, well they have this black olive tapenade butter that's going right now with their piata bread. It fucks hard. So that also rolls me into late night conversation. That's the topic of discussion in Denver. Little India has decided to open their 6th Avenue location for 24-hour service.
Number one, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, when I have an Indian food craving, it's usually like, I don't know, around dinner time. I'm not going to be craving Indian food at, 3 a.m.
Well, no, that's unfair
Unless
because it's halal guys. They slay it with the Turkish and the doner kebabs and things of that nature. So
Yeah,
you
but
could go
that's
that
different.
I know,
They don't
I know,
serve,
but I'm just saying like that with like you could do a wrap with some like butter chicken or a vindaloo wrapped in some naan. I'd fuck that up at 2 a.m. I'm just wondering
On a
if
street corner, not at a fucking restaurant.
it may do well. It's a little bit just outside.
Kip who goes to bed at like 9 p.m.
Not
too.
every night. I went
Most
to sleep
nights.
at like midnight and 1 a.m. this week. Thank
Oh,
you.
wow. That's
Thank
late
you.
for you.
Shout out
But
to-
usually like 10, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Maybe I go to sleep earlier than the average bear. I'm not as old as Chris, but I'm getting older. And my thought is late night food is late night food. So
Right.
maybe it does well. And we've bitched and moaned about not having enough late night eats. I'm just wondering if 6th Avenue is the location that would thrive the best.
No, I mean, because like you got to kind of come down that hill, and the neighborhoods are a little further up
Yeah, it's
from
like
where that
a little
location
outside
is.
of Baker District.
Yeah.
And it's a little
And-
like Do Better Denver probably reports out of 6th Avenue a little bit more
Yeah.
than we do, but I agree. That's
But
the one
also,
thing.
there's not really a huge swath of like apartments, so I think you have a lot of nice homes kind of once you start moving up towards Cheeseman from
Yeah.
there.
But I think Pony Up does really well for the downtown scene, but they're one of few. The diners, we've lost a lot of them. We have Pete's still right there on Colfax next to our old spot. And then Jerusalem does late night delivery, kind of more for the
Yeah.
student crowd. But we need more late night food here in Denver. So I applaud it. I welcome it. Will I be able to support them? We're going to send Eve since she stays up till 4 a.m.
Is there a
should try
rule
it,
in
yeah.
Denver about Waffle Houses? Like,
I don't know, but I've literally approached multiple chefs about opening one downtown.
There's a Waffle House.
they're not like
Not
The
here,
closest
not
one
near
is
us.
80th and
out in Littleton.
No, it's 80th and Washington, right off the interstate. So you take 25 north. You'll see the Beacon from God right there on the right. There's one in Littleton, right off
Yeah,
of 470,
that's the one I've seen.
and there's one off 225 right there at
one
Mississippi Avenue in Aurora.
Yeah.
There's one in Longmont. They're peppered
But
through in.
there could be 4 within like the Denver metro. Just right, there could be one in Cheeseman. There could be one in Edgewater. There could be one.
We could
everywhere.
kill it. We could kill it. We could be rich as fuck.
Anyways,
Anyway, so our last segment of 9 is called The Spoiler Alert, presented by Seed Money Consulting. Don't leave money or food on the table. Make sure you're working with your proper financial advisors. It doesn't have to be tax season for you to be watching your books and making sure you're doing everything right. They work with everybody from 1099s to folks in the cannabis space, hospitality industry. It does not matter what industry you may work in, they are here to help. They're Denver based. They know our system. They know how to game the IRS in the most proper and legitimate ways. Reach out to Seed Money Consulting for any needs for your small to medium sized business. They help us. They help a lot of our friends that we work with and guests on this pod. We cannot recommend them enough. They make sure that we're compliant. They make sure that we're not eating a huge bill every March. They take care of us month after month, and they have processes in place to make sure that you are covered throughout the seasons. All right, let's talk recaps. Top Chef, what'd you think? Spoiler alert, we're talking about the finale.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, then that's on you. Yeah, I mean, I always thought, like, Danny would win, because he really did, like, push.
He was technically sound.
He was technically sound, and he tried, I think he tried to do more than, like, push his limits a little bit. Whereas, like, Dan, he won a bunch of different fucking events throughout the season, and he cooks great food. I think, like, there was a couple things he could have reached for a little further in that final meal, but he's such a good sport, and his final meal, that dessert, looked fucking crazy good.
To be fair, I thought he knocked it out of the park in a lot of it. And I spoke with Dan briefly, and we'll try to get him on the pod. Same for a few other. We need to get Manny on. He's a local to the scene and kills it. But he was like, editing made it seem a little bit different, and that he's like, I had other flaws, so don't feel like he got robbed.
Yeah, I saw where he made that comment.
He's a very gracious second placer or third placer, however that ranks. But at the same time, man, I wanted him to win it.
I did too, bad.
I wanted him to win it, and apparently the tuna comparison to the grapefruit was too much of a close bite, but I kind of like that idea of marrying like a different citrus to that ceviche. Maybe you just leave it raw dog instead of cooking it up.
And
I agree with all that you said. Like, Danny was a very deserved winner. He had 50 grand in winnings throughout the season, so he showed his brawn and mettle throughout the season, and he just brought home the gold at the end. So I'm not mad at the season. And I thought Savannah, she made leaps and bounds progress. Like, she was like doubting herself instantly on like the first 3 episodes, and by the end of it, she was like, "I can't believe I'm here," but she deserved every reason to be there. So like,
she's gonna be good.
Private chef out of Chicago. If you're looking for a party,
I think she's in North Carolina.
Oh, I thought she was in Chicago.
I think she's in like Durham area.
Oh, just kidding. Don't call her in Chicago.
Dan, I thought I thought he was definitely going to win it. And I don't know when they announced the fan favorite, but he's got to be one of them.
Yeah, and I think Manny must have done really well too, because I mean, like, they're doing a pop-up down at his spot in North Carolina at the Jaguar, but at the same time, he got picked first to be a sous chef in the finals. Like, how could you not love that big galoot? I love that big bear. I'm curious to see who wins the fan favorite. Dan could definitely do it, and especially we talked about it last week with Glazer's Donut, but he's a hoot to hang out with. Like, I was cheering for him actively in the last week.
Yeah, and I think he probably could have been bummed out. Like, he purposely made the tuna, match the texture of the grapefruit. So at least, like, he didn't, like, get feedback like, oh, it was too close to that, and he wasn't trying to do that, because that would have probably been a bummer. But he was like, nah, I specifically wanted it to be that way.
Oh.
It looked good.
I thought they did an exceptional job. I thought it was a really good season. And like you said, I kind of want to go to Wisconsin, and I think from everything I've heard, Milwaukee's a fucking hoot. But everything else, like, it looked fun, it looked delicious, and it seems like the scene's vibrant. So, Eve, we're going to have to road trip to see your parents.
We're going there.
I love it. Last show, another spoiler alert, I like Ciao House. It may be a little cheesy.
I need to watch it. I still haven't done it.
Okay, so
what channel is that on, or streaming?
It's on...
Isn't it HBO?
I think it's HBO.
Okay.
And it's like if Chopped and Survivor had a baby.
And who hosts it?
They bring 14 like middle tier chefs from around the world, like private chefs and like people that some didn't go to like culinary school, things of that nature, but they have like made their bones in the community and industry. Mm-hmm. And then they get partnered up based off teams, and then teams make dinners.
Who hosts?
Alex Gornishelli, famous from Food Network. She does like the grocery store games, as well as she's a regular chef or judge on Chopped. It's hysterical, because then the losing team will go to vote, and then they have to stand there and vote one another out. And they'll be like, "Say it, motherfucker, say it." And it's like, oh God.
Or you kick somebody off your team.
Oh yeah. And then you go back into a big pool, and then 2 new captains are picked based off of who cooked the best last week, and you do it again until you get it's So fucking.
That sounds
And
lethal.
sometimes the captains get tossed because it was like chaos in the kitchen and they didn't wrangle the cats well. And then sometimes it's one dish that Alex and Gabe, who is the other chef that are chef and judge, they're like, "This is the reason you lost," and they're like, "Well, you fucked up the Brussels sprouts. You're out of here." It's so fucking good. And last night, the most deserved person won. And if you can make, because they do it in Italy. Every time they fly folks over there and they fucking cook for 2 weeks and like 14 people duke it out. And the winner doesn't actually get money. They get to do almost like an internship with different chefs throughout Italy to learn more about like honing in their trade. So it's like you have a little different on the line instead of, $100,000 would go big, I'll stab my best friend in the back. It's more like, this is going to be a cool experience. I hope I win, but I'm not going to shit on somebody. I can't recommend the show enough. It's a little cheesy with some of the comments and how some folks like buddy up and like pick your friends and then like, I got to knock off my boy Kevin this week. You know, whatever it may be, but it's fucking good.
Speaking of shows, The Bears coming back Wednesday.
The Boys is also fucking hysterical.
Oh, I want to watch that.
Do you like it because it's...
I do.
Okay. I think the writing's hysterical, and now that everybody's figured it out, talking to the 48% of people that didn't know it, the first 3 seasons...
Is that on Hulu?
No, Amazon.
It's fucking... It's just hysterical. It's fucking funny.
I mean, it's disgusting, so...
Yeah,
I would say if you don't like the first episode, you're not going to like any of it. Like, you know what I mean?
The first one's not even that bad. The first one and the second season's even worse with the penis and the...
Sure, there's a lot of parts, but I think they go into... You get the gist of it by the first episode.
That's
so
true.
Just anyone...
It's well written.
You either like it or you don't.
Okay, it's on Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should watch
You
this.
should.
It's
fucked up superheroes, essentially. That's it. That's what I'll say.
Capitalistic superheroes.
Yeah.
Either way. That's about a wrap for this week. We recapped last weekend. On Wednesday, Thursday, we'll have a guest with us. If we don't, we'll have a guest with us. I won't tease it because it could be one of two, but we look forward to chatting further about it and highlighting this weekend's upcoming affairs. Until next episode, y'all stay high, stay hungry.
Carne.
SBF.
50. Cheers!
Cheers.
Oh, that's
Minimum.
funny. To be fair, yes.